one can get benefit of that by only serving the holy people. Example is before us that example is this. Example is this, that look at that Swami, you have seen Swami Sridharananda. That Swami served one of the Brahmagyani, Swami Virajananda. How that has transformed his life. That Swami served Swami Shantananda, another Swami of our order, who was Holy Mother's disciple. How he has learned out of that to chant the name of the Lord every bit of the second, unfalteringly, continuously, day and night. That has become his habit. Only holy company. We are reading how many times? We chant the name of the Lord unceasingly. We hear how many times we hear. It didn't create the impact. But it created that impact when Swami Sridharananda, he reminisced here. You remember what he said? That when you are serving Swami Shantananda, that Swami was then tuberculosis was caught, that he was physically handicapped that way. And he wanted to serve him. Not that anyone asked him to give him as a attendant to that Swami, but he being a brahmachari, he joined. He said, I will serve this Swami. Everyone said, no, it is contagious. If you do, then we'll lose a young man. We don't want to do that. In those days, treatment was not much. But he said, no, I will do that. And okay, ultimately, he used to carry food for him, he used to clean his room, he used to dress everything, wash everything. And the sadhu, out of love, anything, because he was having tuberculosis, some special fruits and things. In India, sadhus live a very austere life, but for his health condition, he was prescribed with some nice food. So he will eat. He didn't know that he has contracted that tuberculosis. So he used to keep something, say a glass of juice, he will drink, and at the prasad, he will keep something. The boy is working so hard. Okay, so keep knowing he thinks that it is a gracious thing he is doing, full of love. Because he didn't know, nobody told him that he has, because those are fatal things. No one wants to tell, oh, here, nowadays people are open, that you have cancer and critical and you will be only for a few days. We tell in this country. But in this India, people don't talk about that. To hide and think that by treatment he is getting better. Anyhow, and he continually went on giving. And when the Swami came to know the day that he was transferred to a tuberculosis center, and it has become so much that it is not curable, and it cannot be kept in the home at all, in the monastery. In the monastery, he had a segregated room. They first put him into the segregated room. But he was meditative type. He didn't mind. He thought, oh, good, so I'll do more japa here. And then ultimately, when he was taken to the hospital, she said, what? He asked him, this Sridhar, what am I going to do here? And he saw a special van has come, tuberculosis van, and then taken to the hospital. He's getting admitted into. Then he was really so much overwhelmed with thinking that, my God, this tuberculosis. So, as soon as he was taken into the hospital, this joyful, cheerful, childlike Swami stopped talking. And this Swami Siddharananda thought that, oh my God, he is a Brahmagyani, and now he is frightened. frightened that he will die. No? That's why he has stopped talking. Least you would understand differently that there is some other meaning also. And 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, he's almost stopped taking any food. And Sridharananda Swami was young and he said, could not make out. What is this? He is a Brahmagani, he is fearless. What is death? But he says that everyone says he is a realized soul, and this is the realized soul. He is taking in this in his own angular way of thinking. And then, after third day, suddenly he became very cheerful and started eating everything. Then he said, what is the secret? He asked, what has happened? Ultimately he said, I didn't know that I have contracted this tuberculosis, and I innocently every day gave my food to you, not understanding that it can create the same tuberculosis in you, because I didn't know that I have contracted that. So, and I cried to mother. I only prayed to mother, whatever may happen, let this boy don't die out of tuberculosis. He may die for anything, but let him not die out of tuberculosis. You have to give me assurance. After third day, mother appeared and said, okay, my child, that will be done. And he boldly said, I am still alive. I have not been touched by tuberculosis anymore.
He's now 92 years
92,
old.
93 years old.
And he said that time his symptoms started coming. That at the beginning, then he that's how he got more frightened. That some small. Then after mother gave the assurance that no, he will not get in the spirit like that attacked by the tuberculosis. That all these weaknesses also were gone and all these things.
So now what has happened? That Swami, it is one side we call miracle. We don't talk about those things, but it's seen that their heart bleeds for the suffering, no, Father. He's not thinking I will die. He's thinking, oh my God, if he dies, he served me, and if he dies, and one day he said that, okay, Sridharananda, you are serving me, so you are losing your time for meditation. Sometimes meditation time, sick person, you have to meditate, but that time you are serving me. So your guru has given you mantra, and you are not able to chant all these things, no? But I shall not fail you. And then what he did? He taught him how to remember God. So he's coming to his room with a tray of food maybe. He said immediately, one day he said, repeat the name of the Lord all the time. You got your mantra from your guru, repeat that mantra all the time. Whatever you are doing, you do, only repeat the mantra. He said, okay, sir. And then he said, okay, as we do whole day, tell me how much time we remember. Though we should remember all the time after so many years. And he naturally forgot. Then next time he came with taking out the plate or giving something. So he said, are you doing that? Oh, sorry, I forgot. But okay. Now try to do it again. And then again, anytime he enters the door, he says, are you repeating the mantra? And he said, no, I forgot. Are how many times you can say? It is embarrassment. One time you can say, I forgot. Second time you say, okay. 3 times is okay. 4 times, 10 times. How many times you will say, no, so I forgot. Therefore it becomes alertness in his mind that he started as soon as he just stepped inside the room or came near the door of the Swami, he remembered, hey, now he will ask me. So he started repeating the mantra. And that way he started repeating. And that practice make him spontaneously remembering. It's spontaneous, it is called ajapa. You don't make any effort to do japa. You do not make any effort to breathe. Breath is going on spontaneously. So that type of thing happens. Effortless repetition of the remembering of the holy mantra that continued. And he is expert in that. His work.
That's what he said. This is constantly repeating it.
Swami
Sri Dharanand in Australia.
Sydney.
Sydney.
Yeah, okay. I remember when he came here. He was very...
So that is the holy association.
Yeah.
Similarly, be careful if you go to the wrong association. Your all good qualities you'll forget soon by the impact of those environment. That's why holy company is so important in spiritual life. And the other day we have read the verse number 1, which is from the Bhagavat, and it says the conversation of holy men that proclaiming my glories and greatness are sweet and ennobling, both for the ear and the heart. Your ear will be, it is soothing to hear about the joyful, peaceful, spiritually uplifting stories of and the life stories of these great people, as also it suits your heart. By listening to them, men develop progressively faith in the path of Shraddha, moksha, in the path of liberation. You by that association, you get conviction. The story I told you, what it gives. I have narrated a story. What it gave you, just think now what it has done. All of us, in our heart, we get convinced God is there. The Divine Mother is there. She listens to our prayer. Earnest prayer. Conviction comes. That stabilizes your faith. God is there. It's not a story. It's not a word only. It's not a mere some people are creating out of it mental illness. It is not. Faith comes when you see a holy man, and their impact gives us conviction. Yes, God is there, and God can be seen. You can talk to God, you can pray to God, and he or she, whatever aspect, the way you think about God, will appear in the same way. So this conviction comes. It has not yet come to you or me, maybe, but it does not matter. It does not give up this truth behind it. It needs more association, and it will come. Now it is not come, it will come. What is there? You need that type of. So without this working faith, you cannot move in spiritual life. If you think that God is like a block of stone or the piece of wood, then it is a wood. It is what you call it is a matter. It is insentient being. No, God is sentient. He is the consciousness behind all consciousness. He is the joy behind all joys in the world. He is the suffering behind all suffering, that awareness of the suffering. So he is here and it can be realized. So first point comes, the listening to the men, men develops progressively, gradually it comes. That very important point, progressively. It does not come in a split second. It takes time, because depending on the layers of dust and dirt, to clean that it takes longer time or shorter time. We do not know. We cannot judge by the age. Someone is 80 years, 90 years old does not mean that he has progressed spiritually much. Or if a young boy of 20 maybe have progressed much more. Because it is a continuum of life going on. In this life, we have not started our journey at the same time. So, but this inner awakening will come. Moksha will come by the form of faith. First point will be faith will come. Convincing. Yes. Holy Mother appeared. Holy Mother appeared before Swami Shantananda, and he was praying for the cure of this boy. Ma, this boy is innocent. I may die, I may die. I have my cataract, tuberculosis. Okay, but why this boy will die for me? You will have to make it sure that he does not. So that is a very materialistic approach. But no, see the love. At the same time, mother appeared, assured, and then he becomes smiling, started then his normal life again. Delight in God. That will bring delight in God. God will not be a story. Oh, I am doing japa, my mind does not go, I am forcing it. It is not like a dry, God is something dry, you are taking the name of God. Dry something you are absorbing. No, this is, it will be joyful. When you repeat the name, you feel the joy of it. Faith comes, the joy of meditation and spiritual life. As people find joy in going for fun, in club, in what you call party, that's the people find joy. But you don't go to party, you don't drink, you don't dance, you don't go to the nightclub, you don't do anything, and still you find joy by repeating the mantra. My God, what is that? That is the delight will come. Holy Company gives this test that they, when they repeat the name, we see their face, they are delighted, they're joyful, their face becomes joyful. Proves that there is joy in it. Looking at them, being associating with them, then this second point comes. What faith comes, and we find that delight, there is joy. If we can really do follow their footsteps, delight and spiritual matter, delight in God, right? They find joy in God, and also spiritual matter. That means talking about God, anything related to God pleases them, so that the devotee then gets that type of attraction, deeper attraction for them, and deep devotion to the Lord. Then that means these are the benefits of the first verse. Now, second verse says, I'm not reading because none of you have the. Yeah. It says, even with a short association and service of holy man, your mind got fixed in me. Who is saying this? This is the divine announcement regarding Narada, cited as an example of this. But that means the Lord is saying this. He says that Sat Sevaya Adirghayapi. The first verse. Sat Seva. Seva means service. Sat means the holy man. Service to holy man. Adirgha, not Dirgha. You may not get a chance to serve a Brahmagyani for years and years. Not necessary. Adirgha, only for a short time. Even you get the chance of serving a holy person for a short span of time, short period of time, yatamai dirhamati, you get, dirham means firm, moti means your understanding in God. So being with them, you feel that God is tangible. God is. Well, suppose you read the Gospel of Ramakrishna. What you find? You see, God is tangible. Every moment he is going to this way, that way, in samadhi and this, and full of bliss and joy. The God is joy, God is there, God can be seen, God can be interacted. So, if anyone had the opportunity to live with that type of holy man, with some yearning in the heart, not an idiot, totally idiot will not have immediate any effect. But you have a little yearning, you will flourish, bloom like a lotus. It will just start. You are waiting for the light to come. So this is the holiness. You need not be for a long time, but for a short time. So really we miss sometimes. We live with the holy people, don't take advantage of their holiness. So this is indication. Even you can do a short period of time in your life, it will have an after effect. It will produce its effect. And if you are ready, you can do that. Even in the we are all got mantra. When we got our mantra from our gurus, some people can feel when they are getting that mantra. When guru is telling something, that's a different spiritual atmosphere. Not that you are getting everyday mantra. You get in your lifetime only once. But that mantra may be so intense. I have seen many who are ready, they can feel that absorption. Tears are rolling, they're totally absorbed in another realm. And after that, they don't want to talk to anybody because they got something concrete. So that is called the even short association of the holy creates that type of drihamati, the firm conviction in God. And hitva hitva avadyamimang lokam kanta majjanana janatamusi. And abandoning your present body of impure origin, that means when you leave this body, oh Narada, when this body will go, it's a mortal body, it will go. But when it goes, you will attain to the status of one of my heavenly associates. That means after death also you will remain with me only. Because it is a dualistic approach. Remember, we are reading Bhakti school of thought. Here, Bhakta does not want to merge in Brahman. Bhakta wants to keep little separation to taste the joy of Ananda. Ramakrishna said, I don't want to be sugar. I want to taste the sugar. So that's why he is saying, you Narada, you are a Bhakta. When you will give up your physical body, then what will happen? Then you will live with me for eternity. Meaning, suppose someone is living in a holy association with Ramakrishna all the time, what will happen? Every now, every moment, every day. You may say that will be monotonous, no? Every day the same singing, dancing, and going to Samadhi. Is it very good? Because anything in the world, it becomes monotonous. If you get every day good food is not good food. If you wear the same dress every day, you get bored with the same dress. You need some variety. Monotony comes. So is it not monotony then? No, 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 no. This is God. This is eternal joy. It is bliss. It is said, Pura Pinava. Though it is old, but it is anew every day. You will feel the charm and joy. Look at that Ramakrishna. Because he got one day Samadhi. So Samadhi will be boring then next day. But you don't find the Samadhi is boring. It is ever increasing, ever joyful, ever, because it is dealing with the infinite love. We talk in the mundane world, material love. It is limited. And that love can break. It can dwindle. But if you deal with the infinite, then how it will be monotony? It is infinite, limitless joy. So make a distinction here. It is not earthly joy. It is not that joy or peace which this physical material things could give. It is, we say, heaven is not a good place for uh, being there. Why? Because there is a monotony. In heaven, the same eating, singing, dancing. That's why the gods and angels had to come down again, become a human being. You check in physicality, if you analyze physically, nothing can give you ever joy if it is mundane and worldly. You will be frustrated with that. Those who are, say, ordinary people, say middle class people, say upper middle class people, versus billionaire people. Okay, they have plenty. Are they happy there with that plenitude? Okay, these poor people want to be rich. That because they have not gone to that point. Poor people are tired with the poverty. They are also tired with their affluence. Their cars, how many cars? Okay, I have new model of car. You experience all cars. You sit, you know, oh, it is better, or it is little less, or it is okay. You all the time you go on Lexus. So what Lexus joy is there anymore after a few days? You know what is Lexus? Huh? After maturing, people don't care for what car. I have to go from some distance, that's why I go. I don't care whether it is Lexus or it is BMW or BMW or it is a what is that uh, uh, Corolla or something like that. Huh? Point is that it becomes monotony. Everywhere there is monotony. So, but this spiritual joy, there is no monotony. Otherwise, we won't like that. If there is monotony, then why shall you go there? Only Ramakrishna says there is separation. Ramakrishna said, in this love, dualistic spiritual practice, there is appearance and disappearance of God. That's a hide and seek play goes with the devotee and the Lord. That's why he said, in this spiritual life, there is sometimes separation and sometimes union. I don't want to play anymore like that. I want to be totally absorbed. Then you go to Samadhi. Yeah. Being in the Samadhi, there is no question of experiencing anything because there is no I anymore. There is no mind anymore. There is no senses anymore. So no, senses are there, but you are not there. And don't give the light now. Atma, put the light off unnecessarily now. 1 watt is important, we pay. We can save that. I see that some people put on the 10, 20 bulbs are on. They don't need it. But people forget it is a work. Put the switch again another hour afterwards. Now put it on.
Hey, Swami. I just wanted to say something. There was this guy named Jalal Aladdin Rumi. He was a
Rumi.
He says there's two people who are never satisfied: the lover of knowledge and the lover of the world.
Yeah.
It's just
Lover, they don't want to be enjoy anything. Because I am enjoyment. Why I shall enjoy? Do two approaches. What Rumi says that the highest in Bhakti Yoga. Because you want, what Ramakrishna said, you want to enjoy. Oh ma, don't make me totally unconscious. I want to live with the devotees, bhakti and devotion. That is Ramakrishna's craving. But his mind is getting sucked into the absolute. Huh? So that is Rumi's, that's Bhakti school will think that way. And they want to enjoy, experience there's a charm in it. And that is much not monotonous, but that has its own beauty in its own way. Not anything, as you said, not the worldly people cannot enjoy, neither these Gyanis cannot enjoy, people of knowledge. Because knowledge does not want, that is their philosophy. I don't want to be separated. I want to be one absolutely, all the time. But even then, they lose their consciousness when they come to the highest bhakti. When they get absorbed into it, two become one. So, what we get it this way, this second verse, that even with a short association with and service of holy person, that you get a chance, short time to see a holy person and to get a chance to serve, and that is very important. That helps you to fix the mind in God because their life is God centered. So there is nothing but God in them. And hitva avaddamimam lokam, hitva and abandoning your present body. Imam lokam, this plane of world, this worldly plane, when you give up, gantva majjana tamusi, you will get majjan. Majjan means merge, gets absorbed, you get lost into me. So this majjata means absorption. Here absorption means no duality again. However you say something, you lose your identity in your beloved. That's the ultimate, it happens. How much you say, but when that intense state of mental purity, when the mind goes for your beloved Lord, and you get sucked into that, Ramakrishna said, the mountain. That mountain is made of what? It's called the magnet. So the magnet mountain, if you come to a magnet mountain and you are a little needle, what will happen to you? You want to keep separated. How long you will keep separated? There is a certain point is that you can feel the attraction coming closer, closer, closer. And if you come into the horizon, in the range, you have no freedom. Boom! It will suck. So spiritually, majjatam means they'll get merged, absorbed. So another translation, this book says, Bhakting dattva naradang prati bhagavad akashavaning darshayati. Narada, to whom this speech is addressed, was the son of a slave girl. His body thus bore the taint of the stigma that he was low born. That means there is no opportunity for meditation, spiritual life. No? If you are born in a priest family, your father is doing, you can learn that. In Hinduism, there is the opportunity for different, born in different situation. But he was born, Narada was not born in a high family level where he got the opportunity to study the Vedas, this and that. No. But with the holy company only, he reached this flight. So he says, by the association with the good, good is not the proper way, as we said, it should be holy. Even for a short time, men acquire strong faith in him. After release from this body of reproachful origin, you will go to my abode. That is the God's abode. Now the third verse.
Is Narada Bhakti Sutra a part of Bhagavatam?
No?
It's independent. So why did they go to Narada Bhakti Sutra here?
Where?
This one is the Narada Bhakti Sutra. Narada, regarding Narada cited as example of this. It is verse from
Narada's life is an example. Because first it was, this book was repeated by Vyasdev, and Vyasdev, then Shukadev. It is going on oral tradition. So in that tradition, when Narada came, I do not know historically, according to this, what will be earlier, what will be later. So Vyasa referred to, Narada will be much earlier than Vyasa, because Vyasadev, that is the story goes, he composed this Bhagavad because of Narada's instruction. He was sitting, this Vyasadev, who composed, who wrote the Brahma Sutras, who wrote this, all the, Veda, divided into 4 categories, Rig Veda, Samabuddha, etc., etc., and wrote about Mahabharata, the great epic. And then still he was unhappy. So the story goes that one day he was sitting on the bank of Saraswati. The bank of Saraswati, he was not very peaceful inside. After doing so much, then suddenly the sun was rising in the eastern horizon, and Narada, this Vyasa, who is the composer of this Bhagavat, this book we are reading, he was sitting in a pensive mood. And Narada suddenly appeared. Narada said, Vyaso, why are you so much pensive? He said that by God's instruction, by the instruction of the divine, I have been instructed to make the whole Vedas that I did, division of the Vedas. It was not classified like that as we get it now. So he is the where we owe our great respect for him. He did it. And then the Brahma Sutra, which is the foundation of Advaita Vedanta. So he did that. And Mahabharata. Then he said, oh, but you have not written the sweet life and message of Sri Krishna. You write that, then you will get peace. And then he started writing this Bhagavad. And how he got the Bhagavad, I do not know. It is before Krishna was born, or it is already born and he is getting that knowledge. So Narada, that's why Vyasa is referring to Narada when he's
So it
describing.
has to be after, because in Bhagavad Gita, it's the part of Mahabharata. There he already talked about Krishna's advice and all these 18 chapters. So this means after Krishna.
Then historically, India is very complicated there. That's why Western scholars always take advantage of that. They always push back, bring back Krishna's time closer. And Indians say, no, it's further beyond, further beyond, further beyond. So very difficult, because we don't care for this time period. We care for the truth. Indian spirituality is that you go yesterday the Swami has come. If you talk many historical things, he will not be able to tell. But about the spiritual matter, the fundamental principles, he is there. We don't care for time. Even you will be surprised. These Vedas, who have written these Vedas, the Upanishad, who is the writer of the Upanishad, who is the first revealed, no name. Most of the places, no name. We don't care for the name. Here in the West and in the world in which we live, this is my composition. My name should be written there. You see how many paintings are here. See this beautiful painting. You cannot find the name. Tadatmananda did. Tradition, you see? Who inspired him? Somebody told him, write at least in the back side. He is not at all interested in putting his name in any of the artwork he has done. And masterpieces he has done. You can go online and can find hundreds, about 100 maybe his painting. Master painting is that the group of all the sannyasins, monks standing in Trabuco, that big painting. But it comes spontaneously, and he was insisted, but he will not do that, to put his name. So this is the ancient style, that it is you have enjoyed, you got freedom, you get absorbed. What you have enjoyed, if anyone comes to relate that, what it matters. Who has come, where did you get it, what is your name, what is your address. Most of the addresses of these holy people will be, there lived a holy man on the bank of Narmada. Narmada is a 700 miles river. So what is his address? Is Narmada. Is that the address? And is that the way people talk about his man, to find out that man? So this is the addition. They go beyond time. They want to preach the eternal message, timeless message, and push their identity beyond time. Truth is important. And that's why also many wrong things get inside. Because there is a great Swami who was Sankaracharya. So many people afterwards composed something and say Sankaracharya did. At least he's a famous, so his writing will go in the name of Shankara. That also happened. But it matters little. Those people who have realized, Ramakrishna, look at that. Ramakrishna, he could not say I, the word I. was very difficult for him to say I. He would say this. This is the chair is this. Table is this chair, table. And body, this. I, he could not say. So, egoless, some total egoless. Okay, so now then, oh, here in the verse 2 also there is some note. The great sage Narada was a lowly origin and had to work as a servant boy in his previous birth. But he got the opportunity to serve very holy sages and cultivated the spirit of devotion in their company. He then took to a life of exclusive contemplation and devotion. In the course of his austerities, he got the divine commandment that on casting off his present body, he would become an eternal servant of God, carrying the gospel of the devotion far and wide. That's why it is said that Narada lives for eternity. And his mission is only to spread the message of love, eh, love for God, to holy people. As he appeared before Vyasa, he was a man. He was born as a child in a family whose mother was very uh, abundant and what is the story of mothers? He was so poor he could not. A mother has to live on serving in some home as a servant, maid servant. So in that condition, she didn't get much uh, chance to do any spiritual practice. But it was his wonderful character. Any holy person comes, he will go and serve water, serve them, just giving some physical service. And then by that he got the earned the what you call purity in them. Then he had the vision of the Lord. And then he became a celestial being, is believed to arouse the spiritual consciousness. He still goes on this praising the glory of the Lord. Now, third verse, that we do not consider heaven or moksha, not to speak of any earthly felicity, as equal to even a brief period of association with holy men. My God, they are emphasizing so much. It says, Tulayam lavenapi. Lava means very small, very tiny. Even the lava means is a tiny or very short period of holy company. It cannot be tula, means tullo. It cannot be compared with na swargam. Anyone going to heaven is not big in comparison to the holy company. Holy company is much higher than you are going to heaven. Lavanapi. No apunor bhavo. And even you will not be born again. So that means Bhagavat Sangi Sangassa. Beautiful. Sanskrit is Bhagavat Sangi. See, who has a Sangam in association with Bhagavan, the Lord? If you can associate with that man. Bhagavat Sangi. Bhagavat is God. Sangi means who has the association, who lives in God. You make association with him. That means a knower of God, a lover of God. If you have the opportunity to get in association with that person, then there is no parallel to the joy, parallel to the holiness one can attain by going into heaven or any earthly felicity, as equal to even brief period of association with the holy man. So it is also praising. We do not hold the abode of the gods, which is called the heaven, or moksha, means the freedom from reincarnation, freedom from birth and death. We do not consider as equal. Equal to what? Small fraction of merit that arises from the association with the devotee of the Lord. What a glory! That's why to Satsanga is a very, very powerful thing. Life changes, life transforming.
And I've heard that even a moment in the presence of a holy man can change one's life,
Yeah.
which can become apparent later on.
Later on.
So when you're in the presence of a holy man, it's called a darshan, right?
Darshan means you see, that's called a darshan. When you go to see a person, you have a darshan of that holy man. And as you going to that holy man and living with them or serving them or to learn from their life. The question, living sometimes create trouble because our mind is clouded. We see the faulty side of the human personality. But you have to an absorbing capacity should be there. We should be ready to take what they are giving. And very difficult to live with a holy person. Because very difficult. If you go to Swami Brahmananda, it's not so easy to live with holy man like that, with Vivekananda. It is very difficult. They're so perfectionist. A little mistake you do, they'll scold you. You think, hey, he's a holy man, he's scolding? What type of man is he? He speaks, he goes to Samadhi, and he's doing like that nonsense. He cannot arrest his anger. See, we see that angry Vivekananda, we see angry Brahmananda, but it is said that they are doing to take away our negatives of our mind. They have no purpose in their life. They are realized soul. They have come only to do good to us. But why they get angry? Why will you do such thing to make them angry? Your attempt should be there not to make him angry. You have to get the spiritual essence. Feel the spiritual current that is flowing from that. That attitude is the important attitude. And many people actually being with them didn't get any advantage of that. Because they see the anger side. Oh, he eats. Oh, he likes to eat this. You are looking from your perspective. What he is doing, what you know. And for a Brahmagyani, it does not affect. We eat with lustfulness, with our greed, but they forced by the tongue. But they are not, they are like a child. Child sometimes does this and child does not do that. So to judge these holy people is very difficult. And therefore, to extract from holiness is the art of extracting. You know, it is called in a honey beehive. Beehive, there is so much of honey, is it not? And you go and poke anywhere, what will happen then? You will get the honey or you will get the bees and bite all over your body. You have to know where the poking of the honey is necessary. Poking of the honey is more important. Don't touch them. Don't go to the beehive. If you don't know how to touch and extract the honey, you will get the biting only. And that will not be pleasing. No, really, it is a factual thing. To go to a honeycomb, there is much honey, and I will squeeze and poke anywhere. Experts people know. That's why what are this expert thing? Poking, how to poke the honey? They are called Oje. Oje. It is questioning, earnest questioning, the desire to learn, to be humble, to understand, to create a pure mind, to go deep into the meaning of their actions and their thoughts, their workings. No, so even Swami Vivekananda's time, the direct disciples, they used to sometimes get a little scared to go approach him because he's an angry guy or what? He's the worst guy. Vivekananda is a bad guy. The other direct disciples are also fearful. You have to understand that he has no time. He wants to finish it within 1 year's job. He wants to finish in one day because his lifespan is so short. So he scolds them to do it now and why it is late and that. And for little things he gets flared up. That's why my point is that don't look at a holy man by his anger, by his frustration. But you have the eye to poke the honey, you will find juice is coming out. Catch that juice.
Also, that person who goes to Kesari covers himself completely, so that
Covers you will not do, you will not get the juice. Even if you poke in different wrong area, even if you cover, you'll only get the biting. You don't get the juice. But you have to know, that's why, that you have to know where to poke. And that your pure heart will give you that idea. Where to poke. The Gita says, three conditions. Three conditions. One is jigyasa, humility, and shevaya. Pranipatena, pariprasnena, shevaya. Three. Pranipatena, pariprasnena, and shevaya. Upadekshanti te jnanam jnanina tattvadarshina. Those who are jnani, those who are tattvadarshi, knower of the truth, they give this knowledge to a person who comes before them with these three characteristics. What is pranipatena? Humble. They have come to learn, not to show how much I know. Ramakrishna said that if you want to pour water from another jar, what to do? The jar should be above, and this jar is Guru is here and the Sishya is here. It will transfer. Yeah, this way, it will not go. If you want to go, then you will have to come down. Pranipatana, saluting, humble, humility. That's why in Viveka Chudamani, see, the Shankaracharya teaches, a student approaches the teacher saying, "Oh Lord, I am most ordinary, I am lost in my track, in my journey, I do not know where to go. Please help me in this world of wildness. I have lost track. Please help me," and take refuge at his feet. Pranipatena. Puri prasneno. Right type of question. Go and ask the question which will poke. Right question, if you put very, you can see that very intelligently. If you can poke right question, many things we hear from that holy man. We always see some holy men, so many holy men come and out there. Say Swami Prabhupada was there, Sahananda Maharaj was there, so many sadhus visited. Put right question, your heart will be soothed. You didn't know Pariprasna. Many people don't want that question's reply. He wants to make a understanding what he understands about the problem. So Pariprasna. So Pranipata is the first, humility. Pariprasna is the question. And serve. Serve means to. Serve may be physical service, to draw his attention, to get his that yes, to become affectionate. Anyone does anything for selflessly, you feel attached to it, or you feel little soft. To draw that attention, why he will give you the spiritual wisdom? What is his need? He will be happy to give to a real recipient. That's why who has humility, who have right type of questioning, and who is ready to serve. And serve also means what Guru gives to practice. That is service. Service to Guru, we think that service to Guru means only physical service. That's a wrong idea. You to do the service means what? Instructed, as instructed, you are deep into the practice of that. And that is the service to God. So pariprasnena, pranipatena, pariprasnena, shevaya. Sheva means service. These three are the means. Upadekshanti. Then the teacher will give you the advice. Te jnanam, that knowledge. Jnaninaha, those are called the jnanis, the knowers of truth. Tattvadarshina, who have realized that tattva, that ultimate reality, ultimate truth.
What is the difference between Pariprasna and Prashna?
Pariprasna means all-rounded thought. Prasna, puri, pro, para, এগুলো হচ্ছে উপসর্গ. Prasna is prasna. Anyone can put any prasna. but well thought of question. I am putting this question, I have thought in all different ways, but still it remains unknown to me. That's why from all corner I have tried to think about that, but I don't get it. So I am putting this prashna. Our prashna for question's sake. There is nothing just to something and you just throw some idea. That is not a prashna, and that is not an explanation also. I do not know, I don't understand it. And I've thought from different corners, but I don't come to any solution. So you please help me to get that. So this verse says, we do not consider heaven or moksha, liberation, not to speak of any earthly felicity, as equal to even a brief period of association with the holy person. So here is also another translation. We do not hold, we have read this. We have read this book also. We do not hold even the abode of God, nor freedom from reincarnation, is equal to a small fraction of the merit which arises from association with the devotee of the Lord. Much less should one should compare it with the small things after which men hanker, such as kingly power here on earth. All these achievements are nothing. The point is that holy company, even for a short period of holy company, is much higher than you're going to heaven or any achievement in this world, worldly achievement. Glory of the holy company. What is the time? 30. Shall we end here or what? What do you say?
Maybe 5 more minutes.
5 minutes? Okay. Okay, so let us 5 minutes, then utilize 5 minutes. Next verse. Holy men who are resigned to the Lord. As holy men means what? Holy man means he is really surrendered to God. They are totally resigned to God and are ever flowing with peace. Huh? They don't suffer from restlessness or disturbance of the mind. Peace abides in them all the time. Things happen, but their inner peace, it always remains their inner peace. Purify those who go near them immediately. You go into that environment of that circle, who comes in the orbit of that person, that holy man who has resigned totally in God. They have anything you say, I do not know what God does. It is his inner feeling. We may say outwardly, that is not the point. But he inwardly totally surrendered to God. One point. Second point is overflowing with peace. You go before them, you are in peace. Swami Sarvadevananda Maharaj, many people experience. He is talking of any mundane talk or anything. Anyone coming and going to his room and sitting for a few minutes comes back with some peace. He carries that peace. The peace is not to be welcomed, but to get a touch of peace. Your guru.
Swami, is this the meaning of God, Guru, Self? They're one and the same.
That when
the
they
holy man, he's equivalent almost.
Equivalent to.
Yeah.
Because in his mind he has no his personality gone. We carry our personality. I am this, I am that, with my angularities, expectation, this, that. They have already given up everything at the feet of the Lord. And they carry that peace. And purify those. That is their only job. Anyone comes in their proximity, they get the touch of that purity immediately. While even the holy Ganga can do this only gradually through daily ablution in it. This is Ganga. A holy Ganga is very pure in Indian context. Ganga river is the holiest of the holy. But every day you touch Ganga. That's why in our puja, worship time, we sprinkle Ganga. Any special thing we do, pure Ganga, because I feel it, I am getting pure. So what Mother Ganga can clean us from our negativities little by little, little by little, little by little. But holy company can give you instant that boosting. glorification of the holy company. The heart of a holy man, the footnote, is the drawing room of the Lord. Sri Ramakrishna said. God is manifest in holy personages more than anywhere else, and hence they sanctify the people who contact them. The river Ganga is considered holy because it is believed to flow from the feet of Lord Vishnu. Its origin is from Lord Narayana and the Lord Vishnu. Its purifying effect is confined to people who have this faith, and the effect is felt only gradually. First of all, those people who have no idea of holy Ganga, then what they do? Rab. Baba. To drop the banner. Don't put the drops, rub it. So, because it is coming from the feet of the Lord Narayana, so it is considered holy. And that it is all there. Where you will get the Ganga water all the time, first of all. And if you get it, you should have faith. If you don't have faith, it does not work. But in holy person you go, you don't understand, it will have its effect. Its effect will come. This book says the Munis, whose path is that of peace, and who repose under the shelter of the feet of the Lord, at once purify those who go near them. Where is the heavenly river Ganga? Purges the sins of those when its water comes in contact with their bodies in ablution. That's why Sri Ramakrishna gave that example. The sins cannot touch you when you touch Ganga. He said that all the sins are is sitting in the body, but when you go to take a bath in the Ganga, the sins will have to leave because they cannot stay with Mother Ganga so pure. And Ramakrishna said, yes, they leave the place, but they jump into the wet in the tree on the bank of the Ganga. As soon as you put your feet, they have to leave the body because you have touched Ganga, holy Ganga. But where they go? They wait on the branches of the tree. And as soon as you come out of the Ganga, then it jumps again on your feet. That means you remain the same person. That means you have not that faith. So Ganga water, though pure, it purifies for the time when you are in the Ganga. When you are out of Ganga, again it enters. That means holiness, you remain in holiness. That time no sin, no worldliness, no good and bad activities and its effect can touch you. You went up of the Ganga, of the holiness. Again, all these negativities, all our past, all our good, bad, all jumps off the head.
That's why it's gradual.
Yeah, that's why it is gradual. But those who have the faith, they get its benefit. And those who have no faith, 100 times you tell, it has no meaning to them. So this reading of the book is also holy company.
That's true. And you are holy company too, Swami.
But see, even the reading of the holy company, that's why no person come to read, see, listen to that.
I understand.
Is this the book?
Yeah.
Yes.
You can get in the bookstore.
Yeah, I think there's 1 or 2 copies in there.
Swami, do we have arti tonight?
Of course, every day. Every day is going on. Morning, noontime puja is going on. I go there.
Where they have to
Today,
Bhagavad.
they will be from tomorrow.
Happy New Morning.